Oh, what? This is the thing with Reen. It's the thing that looks like a sin eater, a big sin eater egg. Did you just say it's the thing that looks like a sin eater egg? Yes. Yes, ma'am. What? Not what? Bandaga, why? It looks like a big, like, feather, like, winged egg. How dare you? How dare, what do you mean, how dare I? Ah, Zordia, have you seen Reen? She's been looking for you. Wait here, I'll go and get her. There you are. The truth is, I need your help. Now hold on, I haven't even told you what it is yet. It's you, Reen. Of course I'm gonna say yes. Music stopped. After you defeated Emmet Selk, I sensed a strange concentration of light somewhere far to the south, in the empty, the lands that were once swallowed by the flood. I can't tell what it is, but we have to find out. For all we know, it might even be another light warden. But whatever it may be, I don't intend to stand by and watch. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Thancred Urianger and I have a few theories that we plan to test once we find whatever's causing this. The three of us were reluctant to ask for your help, considering everything that you've been through. The thing is, you're the only person who can defeat the Light Warden without becoming one yourself, so we have no choice. While we don't want to jump to conclusions, it would be a good idea to have you there, just in case. So will you come with us? Perhaps we should let sleeping dogs lie. I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you, Zordia. This means a lot. First of all, let's head to the derrick in Amareng. Thancred and Urianger should have everything ready by now. I hope the desert creatures didn't give you too much trouble on your way here. I flew. I doubt they pose any sort of challenge to her. Would that I could say the same with confidence about whatever fiend may be waiting for us out there. Even if the light that Reen sensed turns out to be nothing of consequence, the empty is hardly the most welcoming of places. Anything that could survive out there is not to be trifled with. Moreover, it should be reiterated that the light-blasted wasteland poses as severe a threat as any foe we might face. In any event, we are in agreement that this phenomenon doth warrant investigation, though for lack of more precise means of navigation, we must needs rely on Reen's innate abilities to guide us. I have formed several hypotheses regarding the nature of the light, but speculation is a poor substitute for first-hand observation. Thought I heard something. There'll be plenty of time for us to talk about it on the way. Is the Sky Slipper ready, Thancred? Ready to take us wherever we need to go, aye. Back again too, maybe, if we ask it nicely. What is this? Oh, isn't this I've seen people with this! This is a mount. Though the light hath been expunged from Norvrant, the ambient aether of the empty is still corrupted, dangerously so in fact. The flood of light devastated everything in its wake, the soil, the air, the water, all rendered incapable of supporting life. That's why we're taking every possible precaution. Between the aetherometers I've packed and Reen's unique abilities, we should be able to detect and measure any fluctuations in our alignments. According to the Crystarium scouts, a few days out there won't affect us to any noticeable degree, but much longer than that and we risk becoming sin-eaters. Since we still don't know how chocobos and Amara will fare in the empty, we opted for a more mechanical mode of transportation. This comes courtesy of our researchers at the Mean, who found it in the Crystal Tower and restored it to working order. It's quite safe, I promise. The people in charge said he'll have parts delivered from the Crystarium should anything break. He seemed quite eager to see what we bring back from the empty, even though I told him we're not hunting for treasure. I'll introduce you if we ever have a chance to stop by Mord Soak at some point. Anyway, I think that covers everything. When you're ready to leave, just say the word. Although the flood of light is believed to have expunged all traces of life from the empty, we must remain ever vigilant. We know not what we shall find. While I'm piloting and Reen's navigating, you and Urianger will be free to enjoy the view and engage in rousing conversation. By that I mean he can spend the whole time talking at you while you nod in agreement. With a name like the Empty, I wasn't expecting much in the way of pleasant scenery, but this is downright depressing. To look on the lands swallowed by the flood with mine own eyes, 'tis a chilling sight indeed. Approximately 9/10 of this world are as this, a slate all but wiped clean. Were it not for the warriors of darkness in Minfilia, Reen, are you sure we're headed in the right direction? Yes, I'm certain. There's no telling how far away it is, though. Nothing for it but to keep going, then. You two back there may as well take a nap. I have a feeling we've a good few malms ahead of us. I have to say, it's a touch larger than I was expecting. And is it sleeping? Oh, shoot! Okay, that's not... Okay. That's cool. No, it's waking up. I don't like the sound of that. Is it a light warden? No, I don't think so. Instead of being filled with light, it is light. The first Sin Eater. Long have I strived to unravel the mystery surrounding the flood of light, to discover what set the terrible cataclysm in motion. Every thread led to the same conclusion, the same single point. Or single being. I have reason to believe that the entity we see before us is the first Sin Eater, the instigator of the flood, the very foe Minfilia vanquished a century ago. Yo! She gave everything she had, and won, but this abomination could undo her work. Aye, the possibility cannot be denied, though it is oft said that destruction and creation are but two sides of the same coin. Reen, knowest thou of what I speak? The power to shape reality, to bend the laws of nature, for what was once shattered may be forged anew. The Garden of Eden. Eden. Utopia in Fae, a most auspicious title. Now that that's settled, perhaps we should find a spot to set up camp. I even brought a couple of tents, on the off chance, but pitching the damn things is something of a fine art. Does anyone fancy helping me? Thancred. Though frequent rest may allay the symptoms of prolonged exposure to the empty's ambient aether, 'twould be unwise to linger here over long. Dude! Where's Thancred? Is Thancred still in the tent? Oh my gosh, I love this! Okay, let's go. Let's go! I never realized that putting tents up could be such a bother. Still, I'm glad that we got there in the end. Thancred should be back from scouting the area soon. Once he's here, we can plan our next move. Ooh. I wonder what's taking Thancred so long. Yeah, I was asking about Thancred. Thancred disappeared, man. Ah, there he is. Of course they bring Thancred because he's a gunblade. Well, that was rather uneventful. Not that I'm complaining. Did you find anything? No, thankfully. There's naught but barren plains in every direction, apart from Eden, obviously. Tried approaching it. The brute didn't even seem to notice me. I thought it best not to tempt fate, so I withdrew. We should act now before it's fully awake. Meaning what exactly? We gotta kill it. We gotta carve our names into it. When I think about the flood of light, I get the feeling that rather than destroying everything in its path, what it actually did was stop the flow of aether. Of course, that meant that all of the plants, animals, and people here could no longer survive. They must have crumbled to dust in the years since. But the aether is still here, lying dormant. If Eden is the one that caused it, maybe it can get to flowing again. I don't know for certain, but I think I can use Eden to bring life back to the empty. Oh, that'd be cool. Now hold on a moment. What makes you think that's even possible? And how do you expect to control that kind of power? Reen's aspirations may not be as preposterous as thou dost surmise. I believe Minfilia halted the flood of light's advance, not by destroying Eden, but by silencing it. And so doing, she hath gifted us an opportunity too precious to waste. Even now the flame of hope burns on. Aye, as Minfilia's successor, it standeth to reason that Reen doth possess the means to exert her will over Eden, but such a monumental task is not to be taken lightly. What sayest thou, Zordia? Yeah, we're doing this. Heck yes. I imagine it is easier said. I imagine it's easier said than done. Yes. Yes, you're probably right, but I have to try. Very well, Reen. You've made up your mind. So how should we go about this? I have an idea. I've been studying it carefully ever since we arrived, and it seems to me that the light is more concentrated at a certain point. I suppose you could call it the core. The giant Talos had a core too. If Eden's core is the same, perhaps we could use it to restore the aetheric balance.
The theory is certainly sound. By employing Aethernet shards as beacons, mayhap we could trace the ethereal flow to Eden's core, and in so doing secure the means to teleport to the very heart of the beast. Thankfully, the Settlement Council has kindly furnished us with a plethora of apparatus by which to perform such feats. How nice. However, we must needs first have Reen study the entity's interior and chart us a suitable course into the belly of the beast. Once we have reached our destination, I shall fabricate a means by which you may directly communicate with Eden, and mayhap exert a measure of control over it.
You can really do that, Urianger.
All credit is due to a dear friend, a gentle soul long since departed who imparted me with a wealth of knowledge concerning aetherology. Are we talking about Moonbrida? Moonbrida? Although I am certain she would be all too quick to chastise my methodology. Excuse me for interrupting this trip down memory lane, but I don't imagine that Eden will be too happy about us rummaging around in its innards, for want of a better term. In all seriousness, though, I wouldn't be surprised if there is some sort of welcoming party arranged for intruders. Perhaps you had best lead the way, Zordia.
It's true that she's the only one who can defeat a Light Warden, but I'd rather not rely on her any more than we have to.
Yes, I haven't forgotten what happened when she absorbed too much light, but as Alice said, making promises you have no way of keeping is not a kindness. Now, I wish to put down wardens myself, but the simple fact is I can't. There's no point pretending I can. That's why I asked Zordia.
Then perhaps I could—
No. No. You already have a job to do, remember? The only reason this plan even has a chance of success is because of your involvement. We need you to concentrate on the task at hand and guide us to the core. Not only that, you'll have to keep an eye on Eden itself. If we somehow manage to make it angry, get us out of there. You have too much to do, Reen.
Are you sure you want to go through with this?
This is what I do best. I got this. Leave it to me.
I won't let you down.
Though we will remain here, Reen and I shall do our utmost to guide thee along the ethereal stream. After thou hast breached the exterior, we shall remain in contact via these link pearls, courtesy of our comrades in the Crystarium. Being relics salvaged from the Crystal Tower, I feared they may be somewhat less reliable than those to which thou art accustomed. Oh, this music!
Be careful! Huge amounts of aether are rushing into the core. Wait, what's that?
Yo, this music! Keeper of Knowledge, Eden Prime. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm so dead, I'm so dead, I'm dead. That's what I get for changing up my hotbars and not knowing where anything is anymore. There we go. I'm like, I don't know. Bruh. 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 I'm sorry, Thadaga! Thank you for healing me! I'm overwhelmed. I'm whelmed. I'm so overwhelmed right now. I'm whelmed. Ah. La. 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 Everyone's over. I'm so confused. Dude. I wasn't paying attention at all to what's going on because I was trying to learn to learn Sam. This is cool. Yo! Yo! Bruh! This is super extra Polaris. Dude! Yeah, this is Gia. I have not seen the original of this. Thundaga. I need to watch the original. I had Eden. I did not ever summon Eden. Eden is supposed to be like the longest one, yeah? Is it DDR time? It looks like DDR time. It looks like DDR time. It does. I touched the edge. That's what you mean by not touching the sides. I see. I see. I see. I see that's what you mean by not touching the sides. I need to get better at this. I need to get better at Sam, man. La la la. La 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 la. Oh, survived. Get better at Sam and maybe you can have some green eggs and ham. Bruh, bun. I totally got carried 110%.
It seems that Thancred's prediction about there being some sort of guardian was right. Thankfully, it was nothing that you couldn't handle.
I mean, I died like 6 times.
And I'm glad to say that you haven't absorbed any light either. So far, so good. Now that the way is clear, the Aethernet shards can send us to the core and back whenever we need. Why don't we give them a try?
Standing around and waiting is hardly my forte, though I dare say I'm more suited to this than whatever Rianger's doing. Though the apparatus is now in place, a number of minute adjustments must needs be made before attempting to assert control over Eden. Okay.
Once Rianger has activated the device, it's my turn.
The time hath come, Reen.
Watch over me, Minfilia.
Is that supposed to happen? Eden is offering considerable resistance.
Not now, not when I'm so close.
It wouldn't be that easy. They're 12 floors, man. Orianger! I am unharmed, but what of Reen?
No, you listen to me.
Yo, go get her. Go get him, Rin. Reen, be careful! It's waking. Then, boom. Bow, bow, bow. Dude, look at it. So you has linked to YouTube video comparing the ultimate attack from the comparison. Here's the comparison. Please tell me that shows up. Does that show up or does it disappear? It shows up, yeah? Oh, that is so cool. The recreation is that's so cool. They need to do more of these. They need to do more of these. That's so cool! The beast's fury hath subsided. Well, I'm glad that's over, but for how long?
It worked. I'm in control now, I think. Although I'm now linked to Eden, I still need to figure out how to give it commands.
Pray tell, what caused it to convulse so violently?
It must have been when Eden rose into the air. I'm still struggling to stop it from drifting too far from the camp.
Even now thou art... Oh, that's not good. Reen, what's going on?
Above us, something's coming this way. An enemy.
But how dost thou... Ah, could it be a sin-eater?
I can't see them clearly, but... No, that's impossible.
What is it?
They're inside too, lots of them, trying to reach the core.
Uninvited guests, eh? If I'd known they were coming, I would have tidied the place up. Japes are a poor substitute for a viable stratagem. In that case, I suggest that you and I deal with the ones who are already inside, and Zordia can welcome our airborne adversaries. Reen, find out if Eden has any defenses we can make use of, preferably ones that don't recognize us as the enemy.
I'm not sure about that, but I can use the aether currents to send you wherever you need to go.
That's my girl. All right, everyone, we've got work to do.
From what I can tell, Eden is able to form simple structures by redirecting aether, so I'll try to give you something to stand on. When you're ready, head for the portal over there.
Let's do this.
Come on, Eden, show me what you can do.
I'm gonna do my best not to die. This music. What's this? Voidwalker. Antithesis Manifest Voidwalker. What is this, Kingdom Hearts? Can you fall off the edge? No, Ansem. Oh, it's Ansem. Xemnas vibe. Yeah, Ansem vibes. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh bother, oh bother, oh bother, oh bother. I don't know what those do. What do those do? What's that? Destruction bombs? What are those? Oh, it's a ticking time bomb. Interesting, okay. Are we not supposed to do that? Bruh. What does this do? I don't know what this does. I don't want to get anywhere near anything. I don't know what this does. What does this do? What does this do? Oh, okay, okay. I see. Got it. Got it. Never mind. Ah! I survived. I survived. I survived. Yo, what? I'm still trying to wrap my head around what that means. Oh. Okay, cool, 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 cool. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm doing something. It's a thing that I'm doing, and I'm doing it. I don't know what I'm doing, but I am doing it. It's happening. We are doing things. I don't like that. What is... La la la. La 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 la. A rift is opened. Oh boy. I don't like that. I don't know what that does. Dude! This is epic, man. I almost fell off the edge, man. I almost fell off the edge! That was fun! Offer to explain these mechs after fight? Okay, thanks, Frizz. I appreciate it. I assumed that was a ticking time bomb. I know that with the black things, you have to... someone has to step on each one. I just tried to survive. Who this?
Zordia, thank goodness you're unharmed.
We came as soon as we took care of the unwanted guests. They were a stubborn bunch and quite unlike anything I've seen in the first. Who dis? No, I won't let you. Who dis? Damn the light, damn you all! Who dis?
Who are you? What do you want?
Why am I here? What is happening? We get to see her face?
She's alive, but there's something strange about her aether.
She didn't seem too pleased with Reen taking control of Eden, which may be what caused her to appear out of the blue. Beyond that, it's anyone's guess. Who is this? Who's she? 'Tis plain she is not a sin-eater, not even in part as Vothri was. Yet this knowledge does little to assuage my fears, for she is nonetheless possessed of a power most terrible. Who is she? I want to see the mask. Take off the helmet! Who is you? On the other hand, if she's feeling cooperative, she might be able to tell us more about Eden. I'll keep an eye on her until she wakes up. There's no telling what will happen when she does. I'll make it clear that we mean her no harm. Well, no further harm, at the very least. Obviously, it's not a good idea to bring her inside Eden. It's likely that reaching the core was her aim from the outset, so I'll take her to the camp. Who are you? Is that you, Aqua?
Now that things have settled down, I should get back inside and try to strengthen my link to Eden.
Oh, she's working hard. I have yet to discover the means by which the exterior was breached, though 'twould appear that the fiends that Thangred and I slew were of a similar nature to those led by thine own adversary. Void sent, in other words.
Although I had my hands full trying to control Eden, I caught a glimpse of your battle. That power, I've never seen anything like it.
What thou witnessed was the tearing of the very fabric of reality, the creation of a rift through which Voidsent may enter. But pray tell, Reen, didst thou make any other observations?
I couldn't sense any light at all in that girl or her servants, and I can't really explain how, but she reminded me of Emmett Selk.
Oh? Though I think it unlikely that she is an Ascian, she may yet be thrall to Zodiark.
Maybe we'll be able to find out more once she's woken up. In the meantime, I'll try to improve my control over Eden. It seems to be listening more than before, instead of screaming at me like it was in the beginning. That's not all. I've made an exciting discovery.
What is this discovery?
I feel a lot more confident in my ability to control Eden now. Of course, this is only the beginning.
And we shall accompany thee wheresoever this path may lead. But pray tell, what manner of discovery hast thou made?
I understand how Eden's power works.
And therefore the true nature of the flood of light.
Yes, it affected the balance of all the aether in the empty, shifting it so far towards the umbral that it stopped flowing altogether.
The power to tip the scales.
And to tip them back again. That's what Eden does. It controls the balance of aether over a wide area, forcing it from one alignment to the other. Left alone, it still poses a threat, but I can harness its power. I think I could use it to breathe life back into the empty. The trouble is, I haven't the foggiest idea where to start. And if I go about this the wrong way, I'll do more harm than good.
Thou needst not bear this burden alone, Reen, nor should thou. 'Tis no simple matter of awakening that which lies dormant. All things in nature are inextricably linked. The elements maintain a fragile harmony, without which life cannot prosper.
So, what should we do?
A solution hath begun to take shape in my mind, though it will require further discussion. For the time being, let us return to the camp. 'Twould be remiss to have us not to involve Thancred.
I said, welcome to my world.